Hi everyone, I want to do this very brief video to introduce you to the skills that you need for section 8.3, angles on the unit circle. First up, we're going to look at what are coterminal angles. When we consider the unit circle, and you're going to have to deal with my kind of bad drawings, that's obviously not a circle. A coterminal angle is an angle that has the same terminal ray as another angle. When we look at angles on the unit circle, we are always considering only the positive x-axis and what we are calling the terminal ray. We then measure the angle according to this amount of rotation. This is where we're really going to move you away from a simple Euclidean geometry and start to move toward an engineering application, because that terminal ray could have occurred from that rotation that I used right there. Or if you look at what I'm going to do in blue right here, I could rotate it that little bit plus a full rotation or even 2 full rotations, meaning that my angle is going to have a terminal ray in the same location as the original one, but it took more rotations to get there. So let's say that the original angle, let's say that that was 55 degrees. My blue angle, let's call that alpha, would be that original 55 degrees plus 2 whole rotations. So 55 plus, oh dear, I gave myself math to do, 720. That's going to be 775. Thankfully, that wasn't too hard. 775 degrees. We could really make this irritating, to be fair, and we could start at, again, always starting at the positive x-axis and go backwards until we get to that same terminal ray. In that case, this is my original theta short of a full rotation. Mathematically, what you could consider is that this is actually going up to 55 and then working our way backwards. So let's call this beta. This is the original 55 minus a full rotation, leaving us at negative 305 degrees. The negative is an excellent kind of direct relationship here that kind of describes to us that we're going backwards. And backwards, when we talk about the unit circle, is clockwise. We otherwise are always going counterclockwise through the positive quadrant, quadrant 1 first, and then into quadrant 2 and around that way. So there's lots of different coterminal angles. Give you a quick little example here. Let's find 3 coterminal angles to, let's just make it up, 70 degrees. So I'm going to do 70 degrees plus an additional rotation. I'm going to do 70 degrees plus 2 additional rotations, and I'm also going to do 70 degrees minus a rotation. This is going to be 3 coterminal angles that will all have the same ending terminal ray as the initial 70 degrees. This is going to be, let's see, 430, 790, and negative 290 degrees. There we go. Why do we care about these? We care about these because a screw can have its little notch for the screwdriver ending in the same location to you visually as you look down upon the screw, but it could have been screwed in 4 times, or maybe it was screwed in 6 times. And that has an effect because that means that that screw is going to be screwed deeper in or more shallow. Gears have the same thing. As a gear rotates, it moves motion, it pushes motion down the line to whatever those gears are attached to. And if a gear rotates once versus rotating 10 times, it matters in how far your garage is open. Or if it starts to rotate backwards, it's going to close your garage. And that's where the engineering application of rotating angles multiple times and coterminal angles comes into play. Lastly, I want to touch on reference angles. Reference angles are important in how we calculate our sine and cosine for different angles. We talked in class already of the very important angles here. I'm going to do my 30, 60, 90s. So this is going to be my 30-degree terminal ray, my 60-degree terminal ray, and my 45-degree terminal ray. The other angles that are happening elsewhere in the circle have a reference angle that is that initial angle that we folded. So all of those green rays that I just drew have 60 degrees as a reference angle, and that comes from the distance to the x-axis from them. So this one right here has 60 degrees right there in the triangle. Likewise, if I continue to draw these out, sorry, dotted lines are kind of hard to do on here. Here we have a 30-degree angle, and that is my reference angle. What is that actual measurement right there? That's 180 plus 30, so this is 210 degrees. This is negative 30 degrees, or 30 short of 360, 330 degrees. Kind of depends which one you need to use. And there's 150 degrees, just short of 180. 90 plus 30, 270 minus 30, 270 plus 30, right there. My red angles, likewise, same thing. This gets busy really quickly, right? Sorry, taking the time to do this. So that's 45, this is 90 right there, and then 135, 180 plus 45, 270 plus 45, right there. So the reference angle is just what is the angle to the x-axis that that triangle makes that you're using to define sine, cosine, and tangent. All right. Email me if you have any questions, guys.